It's sweater weather. Happy dance, happy dance. I love sweater weather. Lots of knitting going on when you're doing, it's cold. Today it's cold. It dropped a lot from last weekend when it was really warm, and now it's cold. So that means all the heavy knitting can happen, and you've got warmth sitting in your lap, keeping you warm while you knit. Come on, there's nothing better than that. So today I'm going to talk about some yarns. There's a class coming up, of course, and I'm going to talk about Harriet Great. And Harriet Great is an alpaca, chunky, slight chunky, heavy worsted, light chunky alpaca. It's like softer than soft. You know what Barefoot Dream blankets or those really yummy fleece blankets? That's what this feels like. It's just so soft. I wish there was touch-o-vision. You know how we want smell-o-vision when people are cooking? You need touch-o-vision for yarn. Because if you could feel this, you'd buy it. So I'm going to show you 3 different projects that have been made. We've used this stuff forever. So these are older projects, but they're fabulous. And I'm going to show you the different ways we did the same yarn. You can use that same yarn, or you can use other yarns, but you can use that same yarn for all 3 of these projects, 4 of these projects. And so the first one I've got is this infinity scarf. It's a giant infinity scarf. It uses 3 skeins, so that's almost 400 yards worth of goodness to knit. And this is, as I said, a heavier worsted, so you're going to be like on 9s, 10s, 11s, just depending on what you want your fabric to look like. So it's a faster, you know, on the faster side. But anyway, so this is striping, and you literally could do anything with this. This one has a rib with a bobble, and then pearls with an eyelet hole that you put in. But you could also just do rib, reverse stockinette, which means you're purling. Rib, purling, or rib knitting, and then you'll be back. But anyways, you could totally make this up very easily and do what you think is fun. And it's sort of a good project to practice that on. But anyway, so this one is very big. If your recipients live somewhere really cold, then like this one, you can actually wrap a 3rd time. And then it just gets, nothing but yumminess going on. It'll keep you very warm under your coat. And then of course, if you're inside like I am, this will keep you pretty warm, and it sort of spreads out and keep the back of your neck warm and everything. But this is so soft. So that's one infinity scarf. Then we have another infinity scarf that isn't quite so big. It's lighter, much lighter actually. And it uses 3 skeins like this. This particular one is a seed stitch, but you do not have to seed stitch. Again, you could do stockinette, reverse stockinette. You could do ribbing. You could do, you could do anything. And we can come up with ideas if you're stuck, or you can do seed stitch. And again, this one's a really long one too, that you could wrap 3 times and wear, or just twice, like that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Again, super, super, duper soft. Great thing to have around your neck. The next one, who knew I was going to play model today? The next one is a triangular shawl with some eyelet work in it, yarn overs. Not quite sure how many. This may use close to 2 skeins of each color, because it is bigger, but it might be. I have to do the work on this. I haven't done the math on this. So it's either 1 skein of each or 2 skein of each is what my guess is. But this one also has tassels, so which are always great. There's 3 tassels, one on the tip of the triangle. And this one you sort of just wrap, you go like this, and you go like this, and you just swing it around like that. You can put this up through here, which helps hold it a little better. And then the point is actually on your shoulder, not on your back. There's lots of ways to wear these. If you really wanted to stay super warm, you would put the triangle actually in the front, and then you could put this through so that it doesn't keep coming off on you, and this through like that, or the other way. I think I'd probably do it the other way, where I go from the top down, or one of each. And there you go. Can't quite get it all in the thing, but there you go. And that's another way you could wear this. So there's lots of ways to wear triangle shawls, and not just around your shoulder with the triangle in your back. There's tons of different ways you can wear these that are really fun and the current style. Okay, let me get this thing off. All right, and then the other thing is a hat. Again, you can make hats, you can make fingerless gloves, you can make a sweater, you can make a blanket. What else could you make? You can make, you could make socks that were like house socks, slipper socks that are chunky, warm slipper socks. You can make those too. But here's our hat. And this is a class. It's on December 4th, Saturday, December 4th from 2 to 4. It has a cast on, you probably have it done. And it's a twisted rib here. But other than that, it's purl all these rows and then knit one, purl one here. Purl, knit one, purl one here. And then there's some shaping on the way up. And of course, it has a lovely pom-pom. This is a dark brown, very dark brown, but wasn't too bad to knit on actually. So that's the hat class. And then I've just pulled another couple, like we have like 9 colors of this. So there's lots of colors to choose from. So we've got this and like that would be a beautiful hat. And then I have just a taupey color. That would be a beautiful hat. We're getting more pom-poms, so I'll have more colored pom-poms. Those are going out fast. So, so that's what you could do with just the one yarn. All the different kind of ideas, one yarn. And whoever you give it to is going to love it. It's going to be their favorite thing because it is just so scrumptiously soft and fabulous. So the other thing I was going to ask you all to do, now we're towards the end of our year now, so we start thinking about the next year and what goes on. And I've always tended to pick something I wanted to sort of focus on for the year. So it could be, I want to knit a bunch of sweaters this year. I want to knit a bunch of socks this year. I want to work more on lace and knit more lace things this year. So what I would love for you to do, because you're on YouTube if you're watching this, or you can get over to YouTube if you're watching this, down below in the comments, what would you like to work on next year? What would be a good focus? You could do color work. Color work would mean that you would do striping and fair island and tarja, mosaic, slip stitch stuff. There's lots of different things you can do with color work on different kinds of projects. So it's not like all the same kind of project. Or we could do cables, and again, on different kind of projects. Or we could do lace. Or we could do sweaters. Sweaters could actually be really fun. We could start with simple sweaters, and by the end of the year, you could have like the complex, which, you know, we won't make it that hard, the harder sweater for you to figure out. So that would be fun. I would love to hear your ideas. We are going to repeat the blanket next year, which I'll talk about more in the weeks to come, where you do a square a month, and every month, actually we're doing 2 squares a month, and every month those squares, there's different techniques. So by the end of the year, again, by the end of the year, you have built your techniques quite a lot. Everybody's amazed at what they learn, how much they learn in the process of the year. So we're just like, we're having our last blanket class this coming Sunday for this year's blankets. So much fun. And so it meets the 4th Sunday of every month from 10 to 12. And so it's once a month, two squares, 10 by 10 squares. Easy, pretty simple to get through. There'll be some that are challenging. There'll be some you don't like, but there'll be a lot you love. And you'll know, oh, I love the lace, or I hate lace. You sort of figure out what kinds of things you like to knit. So that's coming up. And as I said, I'll talk more about that next month into December. So there we are. No video next week. It's Thanksgiving. And I hope you all have a fabulous Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family. Knit a lot. The store will be open. We're only closed on Thursday. I will be in for the weekend after Thanksgiving. And that will be it. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Thank you. Thank you. We totally appreciate your support and love. And Christine and I are so happy with what's happening here at the store. So exciting. So hope to see you soon in the studio. Bye.